Hey, what's up? How's it going? Uh, let's see. Hey, doing good, thank you. How are you? Yeah, I was just doing readings for myself, and I thought, why not go live and do readings for subscribers of my channel? Give some value. So that's what we're going to do today. All right. So, whatever question you have, good morning to you too. Whatever question you have, just type in what you want to know, and I'm going to do a reading for it. Okay. How's it going, Leo? Yeah. Yeah, like I said, we're doing free readings today. I was doing readings for myself, and just wanted to to give you the opportunity as well to get your questions answered. So if you got a question, if you have a question, uh, yeah, type it here. Could I have please have insight into my purpose? I uploaded a video recently, which is going to give you a much better. This is going to give you a much better insight into your purpose than just the reading here. Okay, is my path ideal? That's not a good question, Connor. That's not a good question. Is my path ideal? It's not a good way to answer. I mean, be more specific, okay? If you can be more specific, I can give you better answers. For sure. I'm moving to another country in a few months. I would like to know what my future holds. Okay. Code 919. All right. New country. What will his future hold? All right. So you're moving somewhere, but you're actually going to experience it as if most people that are there want to leave, which is kind of like not what you will expect. I mean, you're probably not expecting to go to a place where most people want to leave. Okay, but that's how you're going to feel, and that's how you're going to experience it. So that's. I don't think you're going to experience the place that you expect to see, right? So most people that you will find there are not going to be happy in that in that area, and they want to leave themselves. Okay? Will my home sell soon? Will my home sell soon? So, No, I see house selling is going to be a problem. So it will sell eventually, but not very, very soon. Peace. Peace. What are the next steps for building my magic? It's always the same thing. Always the same thing. Yeah. Clear out your psychological blocks, focus better, and do some energy work. That's it. I have a what can I expect in the next 6 months of my life? Okay. Let's see. You're gonna have a lot of problems with your loved ones because of money, because of the lack of it. Okay, financial problems that will cause problems in your relationships and your close people. Hey Frank, what you picking up? I'm doing readings for people. That's what I'm doing. Interested in a love reading. Yeah, be more specific. Could I get a reading on the outcome or possibilities if I pursue the older woman I'm talking with? Hey there, am I on the right path? I have finally given myself over to Satan. Okay. Well, please leave this live stream. You're not like supposed to be here, like fucking weirdos, man. It says, do you see anything I need to be aware of? Pursue the older woman in your life. Could I get a reading on the outcome or possibilities if I pursue the older woman I'm talking with? Okay. You're going to be dealing with a control freak. Yeah. So if you choose to pursue that woman, it's not going to be. I mean, I don't know if you enjoy that, but as far as I could see, it's not going to be what you want or what you like. So you're going to be dealing with a woman that is very controlling. Hey, Frank, I would like to know if Sunta Lok has been accepting the offerings. I don't know what you're talking about, Sunta Lok. I don't know what that is. Hi, Frank. I'm struggling to align my life with my purpose. I know how to challenge people's opinion. I know I have to challenge people's opinions, but I don't know exactly how. Okay, well, I don't know that I don't know if that would be a purpose to challenge people's opinions. Just go through that step-by-step process that I put in the video. Okay, just a couple days ago, I posted a video that explains exactly how you can find your purpose. So go through that process, and you will know what your purpose is. Okay, challenging people's opinions. I don't know how that is how that would be your purpose. Just for the fuck of it, like. And then, like, doesn't sound reasonable. Do you see anything I need to be aware of? Okay, I'm gonna look into that. Luke Scalpello. Yes. Here's what you need to be aware of, Luke Scalpello, which is this: the people in your life, specifically one or very few people, the closest people to you, you're basically dragging them around, pushing them into things that they don't really want to do themselves. You see, so be aware that you might lose them as well. Be aware that you're too dominating, you're too not controlling, but you're not very considerate of what they want. Okay, and try to see how you can change that, because you might lose the people along the way. Okay, so if you don't want to lose them, you got to be more compromising, or at least take their feelings and intentions into consideration. Is my working with my higher self needing more of my attention? Well, you're working with your higher self. Look, I think so. That's like regardless of what I would see here in the cards, I think the answer is always yes. Like whatever you do should ideally be in alignment with the higher self. You know, anything, anything. So yeah, the answer is generally yes, absolutely. Um, who's this? Adriana Wallace. Sir, when will I be able to overcome my fear of approaching people? Also, I haven't yet gained any success in practice to improve my fear through lucid dreaming. Please help me. Um, well, I will say that if you need professional help, or rather, if you have serious psychological issues, I don't know if that's what you're describing here, but you should always get professional help. I'm not a psychologist in any way, shape, or form. That's all. And all I'm telling you here is just what I would do. This is not advice. Don't take it as professional advice. None of that. Okay. It's just an opinion. But here's the thing. Social anxiety often stems from what's the word? Negative experiences in the past. Okay, so people that have been bullied in the past, or you know, have been traumatized in other ways. They experience that a lot. So you gotta find a way to release that trauma. All right, so that you don't get um, you know you don't get overwhelmed by it. It kind of works like this: when you have something called a subconscious mind and a conscious mind, right? The subconscious mind stores everything, every memory. The problem is also that it works through association, meaning the good and the bad are always connected. So when you start thinking about something positive, let's say your goals or your dreams, subconsciously, all the negatives connected to it, all the fears, all the negative experiences that you had are going to be triggered as well. Okay, because it's association. So every single time that you're about to approach a new individual subconsciously, all of the memories where approaches went wrong or where people rejected you, all of that shit, or when people bullied you, all of that shit is going to be triggered. Your subconscious remembers that and it zaps you off your energy. And that's why you like, will it be inhibited? You will be like, it will look weird when you approach them. It's not going to be a good feeling. So what you need to do is you need to find a way to release these energies in your subconscious. How does that work? See, if you were to hurt your foot, if you were to hurt your foot, the instinctual thing is to withdraw attention from that space, right? If you hurt something in your body, naturally, the natural instinctual reaction is to withdraw your attention from it because it's painful. So discomfort causes automatic withdrawal of your attention from that place. Now, it doesn't mean that the issue goes away or the damage goes away. It's just your attention is not on there, but it keeps being in trouble, right? So it would be better if you automatically put your attention back in there. If you force your attention back in there, and then healing force and life force can go there. You see, but the same mechanism you will find in psychological things. Psychological pain is also, emotional pain, and that is real pain. You see, so when you get rejected or when you get bullied, that's painful. It's a painful experience, and your attention goes away from it. So your memory is stored in an energy field around your body. That's what you have to know. Okay, so you withdraw your attention, but in your subconscious, it's still there, and your subconscious doesn't want you to go back there. So whenever you have a similar experience in the outside world, subconsciously you will associate that with negative stuff, and it will force you to get out of the situation. You see? So this is what is usually behind social anxiety and people showing weird behavior in some way or another. So what needs to be done is you have to clear out this stuff. But I can't show you that here. I can't like look, I'm not a therapist. If you got problems with that, look for a therapist. I'm not giving you any advice that has to do with these things. Okay, so get professional help. It's my recommendation. Am I ever going to find a relationship? The more evolved I get, the more I don't connect with people. I don't know what you want out of a relationship, to be honest. Well, what is your desire for a relationship? What do you want out of a relationship? That's, I think, should be the first question, because the universe always answers the question that you ask it. So thinking of a relationship, think about what you want. And then, believe it or not, things will actually work out for you. See, and what I'm about to say applies to almost everything in life, okay? Things don't just happen miraculously. Intention with a plan brings about the results. Intention with a plan brings about the result. Intention and a plan. See, specifically when it comes to magic and the spiritual community, people are so not connected to real life. It's almost it's bad. It's really bad. You see? So look, when we talk about magic, yes, magic is an enhancement of life, okay? It is an enhancement, but here, if you don't know how to use it correctly, meaning in combination with mundane intelligence and structuring and planning, you're, first of all, most of the time you're not going to get any result. Number two, if you get results, they're way below the potential of what could happen, okay? So magic is just an energy, a force that you can use to enhance manifestations. Okay, so let's say naturally through your own efforts you could get the result at a level 10. Magic can allow you to get results at level 50, 60, 70, 80, 100, a lot more. However, this is the pipeline of your life, okay? Magic works through you and within you, okay? Example, you want a relationship or something like that, right? So you do a spell, I want that girl, boom. I want a girl that is like this. Well, or I want to, let's say you do it like you here randomly, I just want a relationship. There's no clarity that you have, okay? No clarity that you have. That means you don't know where to look for the girl. You don't know what kind of relationship you want with her. It makes everything very, very vague, And in your case, that would be a pipeline that looks like this with a lot of dents in there, okay? So what if you do the following? You just sit down, okay? And you look at the outcome that you want. I want a relationship with this type of girl. I want her to look like this. I want her to have these characteristics. Boom, boom, boom. You create a list. That's the ideal. And then you look at where you are. You describe where you are. You got current situation, outcome that you want. Now you got a pipeline because you got A to B, all right? Now you remove the dents out of the pipeline by, let's say you're into a specific, I don't know, let's say you're into a specific type of girl. I don't know. Maybe you like a specific ethnicity. Maybe you're into a specific hobby or something like that. So you know where to look, okay? Because she's gonna be in those places where, where it's more likely that she's around. Let's say she's into mangas or whatever, right? So you know where to look. You know how to. You also know how to approach her. You know how to structure knowing her to getting her. So that means instead of sending magic, the energy, through a pipeline that is all fucked up, you can send it through a pipeline that is really smooth, which means you're going to get much more results, much easier, much better. You see what I mean? So the first problem that most people have, at least like or most people, period, but also a lot of people in spirituality and magic, is they don't know how to plan things. They don't know how to bring things into reality, and things don't just randomly come into existence. There's a structure. There's a plan that you have to have in place, especially when it comes to big things, important things. All right. Yeah. So this is your problem, man. You need to know how to create plans, how to structure things. I know that's not exciting to most people. They would prefer destiny to give their life. I mean, to create their life, but I don't think that's a good position to be in. You see what I mean? Because it gives you very little control. And you should want to control. You should want to have control of your life, don't you think? Um, can you look into my future with Veronica? Didn't I just give you a reading, Chris? Or was it somebody else? No, it was somebody else. Sorry. Okay. Morning, coach. What's up, Ryan? Um, JJ Santalok is an ancient demon who preceded the Infernal Empire. He is able to raise empires from nothing. All right. Yeah, that sounds interesting and fancy, but look, I challenge you to one thing. When you read these descriptions and grimoires and whatnot, how many people that use these spirits actually do that, raise empires from nothing? It sounds fancy, but it's useless unless you do some mundane work as well. You see what I mean? So, um, yeah, that's all I want to say here. Okay. Can you look into my future with Veronica? Okay, that's what I'm gonna try to do here. That's it. Chris, can you look into my future with Veronica? How are you, Frank? I'm good, thank you. Stan, the magic man. Nice. Okay, let's see. Okay, well, this is probably not a very satisfying answer, but the bottom line is this: the future. There are many different outcomes for that future. So if you were to ask me, so this is a tip here. If you want a good reading, if you want good answers, um, try to ask for basically, what if I do this? What's going to be the outcome? Or how do I make something happen in a specific way? Because your future is not set in stone. Okay, I can see multiple different outcomes here, and it's almost never set in stone. You see, so you should try to, like, be a little bit more specific. That could always help. Gives you better answers. Well, is it worth pursuing? Is it worth pursuing? Is it worth pursuing? All right. Well, Chris, put yourself into my shoes right now, okay? If you ask me a question like that, is it worth pursuing? Um, it's like the question is, is ice cream good? Is ice cream tasty? What type of ice cream? Who's the person that you're asking? So the bottom line is this, bro. You're asking me a question that I can't answer. You got to answer that question. Well, is it worth pursuing? What is your goal? What do you want? What do you want? So the first thing that you need is clarity. Is it worth pursuing? What does that mean? Is it worth pursuing? Could mean, could we be together for 2 years, 3 years, or does it mean like you're never going to find another woman like that, or like, could mean all kinds of things. You see, so I can't answer that question. Is it worth pursuing? Is way too general. What are you trying to tell me to say? You see, this is a question I cannot answer because only you know what it means to be worthwhile for you. You see. Um, What's up, Anthony? Yeah. Okay, some people are asking about their finances and whatnot. Listen, if you want to get a handle on your finances, it takes much more than just a reading and a ritual. Okay. See, one of the main problems, I believe, one of the main problems in in magic is this. Okay, people are being ripped off and being sold dreams. Okay, being sold dreams. There is a way to solve all of those problems, and magic can help you with that. Yes, but you need to know some shit beforehand. Okay. When I say solving a problem, I'm talking about actually handling the problem so it never is a problem anymore. Okay. So, for instance, money. Money is a subject that needs to be understood. And once you understand it and then use magic to enhance it, you're actually going to get results. But most people don't have the patience nor the motivation to actually handle that. You see, and this is why the problems are never going to be solved. And this is why I see, for me, I've been doing readings for a long time, even offering readings to people. But what I found is that people just don't want their problems solved. People would actually love to hear bullshit day in day out. That's just what they want. People want to be fooled. People want to be lied to. They just want to hear it feels good. But very, very few people actually want a solution to the problem, you see? And turns out that life always requires a little bit of effort and a little bit of work to actually handle a problem. But that's life, you see? So if you actually want to get a handle on this problem, get this Money Magic Mastery program that I put out recently. Okay. That is going to give you the actual solution to this problem if you want to handle your money, the money magic. See? But you need more than just a tip here, a tip there. You just need, it's also, yeah, thanks. You need more than just a quick reading of, yeah, I see a lot of money in your future. This is what people want to hear. Let's be honest. Okay. If you ask me a question like that, what do you see in terms of finances in my future? What you want me to say ideally in your mind, in your heart of hearts is I do a reading. It's like, oh, you're gonna be a multi-millionaire within 4 months without moving your ass one bit, without doing anything. You don't have to change one bit. You don't have to learn anything. Boom, it's just gonna happen. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm sorry. You see, so um, you know what they say: teach a man to fish rather than give him fish. You see, so I'm a little bit turned off by that shit. So solutions can only be had if you really understand the topic and then use magic in combination with it. You see. So to anyone who has a genuine desire to handle the subject of money in your life, and when I say handling it, it doesn't mean that you are able to pay your bills without going into debt. I'm talking about being financially free and being able to pursue whatever it is that you want with money not even being a thought. That is what it means to handle it. You can use that to become super wealthy. You can use it to just become financially free, to just do whatever it is that you want. But the key is you're not going to be able to do what it is that you want in life if you are not financially free, if you don't have the financial freedom to just pursue these things, you see? And I'm not here to bullshit you, okay? I'm also not interested in answering a question like that. What do you see in my future when it comes to finances? Well, I tell you what, statistically, I tell you that if you don't get a handle on that, you're going to retire broke. because that's what most people do. I don't need to look into my into the cards here. But I can tell you, if you try to get a handle on it, one of them would be getting this training here. Then you have a better chance of making it happen. But it still is on you. You have to put in the effort. All right. How would you best use the coming lunar eclipse? I don't give a shit about that. It's not going to have that big of an influence on my life. All right. Yeah, there's going to be some events, but look, part of being organized is that your life is anti-fragile, meaning whether this happens or that happens, I'm still going to move towards my goals. Who gives a shit? Lunar eclipse. Who gives a shit? Hi, Frank. How are you? I've never done a reading before, so is this a good question? If I start cold approaching, will the quality of my relationships increase? Maybe not the quality, but the frequency or the amount of your relationships is going to increase. Yeah, it's a numbers game. Most people, when it comes to cold approaching, most people are not going to be, or most girls in this case, I guess, most girls are not going to be responding well. That's for sure. But you got to but it's a numbers game. Some people, maybe 5 out of 100, are going to respond positively. Yeah, I've done it myself. It's really a numbers game. So I don't think there's anyone who gets 10 out of 10 girls that they approach. I don't think that's possible. So I don't think if the quality of your relationship is going to increase, but I'm sure you're going to have more relationships. That's for sure. Just talk to more girls. Absolutely. You know. Beautiful sun. Hi, what's up? Beautiful name. Beautiful sun. No falsehood here, only truth. Tough love, and the best guidance you ever experienced before. Well, I appreciate that you can appreciate that, which is good. You know what they say: correct somebody, correct a whatever. This is the truth. It is the truth. You see, I mean, if you want to solve a problem, you got to actually be willing to solve the problem. And I truly believe that most people are not willing to solve the problem. There's too much of their identity invested in the problem. You see, so it's probably about resolving psychological issues more than anything. You resolve psychological issues connected to a certain problem, the problem solves itself almost. It's funny. It's really funny. But those that are really ready to get a handle on that problem, those are really ready to change their destiny when it comes to these things, connecting the dots, then here's the solution. Thank you. You are right. Okay. How could you look into my life and how moving out will be in the next 2 months? Abusive situation will help if I know if it will go smoothly. No, I'm not gonna look into that. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Hi, Frank. I have a question. What seems to be the blockages in my life, love, and money? How do I remove those blockages, things? Okay. Generally speaking, it's about clarity. Okay. So first you have to know what you want. Nothing happens on accident. So if you plan for If you fail to plan, you're planning for failure. Okay, so what you have to do first is like an idea of where you're headed. Okay, and then you need a battle plan. You need a battle plan. Okay, how do you actually bring things into reality? You know, planning is an art in itself. It's not as simple as it might seem. You know, how is it possible that some things actually happen? I mean, look at people like let's say Elon Musk or something like that. Look at Elon Musk. How is it that this guy can create a company that I don't know, SpaceX, right? Interplanetary travel, SpaceX. Okay, actually, eventually with the goal of a goal you know of reaching the entire galaxy and getting people there, right? So how is that guy capable of doing that versus most people? A lot of people are struggling with the most basic shit like their finances and getting a relationship and all that stuff. Why is that? Well, I tell you what, one of the big parts of it is planning, how people plan and how it is done. You see, most people, they don't even plan. Most people's idea of life is a fairy tale. You know, it's probably because they were watching many movies or too much Disney. I don't know, too much fairy tales. You know, I don't know. But in the movies and in the fairy tales, it always works out, right? The moron just goes through life, goes through this experience and that experience and this experience and that experience, and all of a sudden he meets the love of his life. You know, becomes rich, blah blah, like all these weird things that happen that are not happening for most people, obviously. Right? Forrest Gump, Forrest Gump. Okay, I literally think most people live their life like Forrest Gump, or they believe that it's going to work out like that. They watch a couple of Hollywood movies, they start thinking that life works like that, and then they just go into life super excited, you know, in their like let's say they turn 18, and what everybody when they're 18 they just think that wow, like they have this Hollywood fantasy that things are just going to work out for them. They're the special person, you know. They are the special person that all of this shit's going to happen to, right? Then boom, they're like 20, nothing has happened, but 20 is still very young, you know. And they just go about their life. Then boom, 25. For girls, that's already a critical time, you know. That's when they get the baby rabbies, you know. It's like nothing's happened yet. I haven't met the man of my life at 25, blah blah blah, right? And then it just continues on till people, you know, wake up, they're 60 years old, and they're fucking losers. Nothing's happened in their lives, right? Well, look at statistics. Why is that? Why is it that the overwhelming majority of people don't reach their goals? You know? And then you got people like Elon Musk, or I mean, there are so many examples, and they're just making crazy shit happen. Crazy shit. I have a question for you. Is it a bigger problem to create a company? Actually, simultaneously, three companies that are all worth more than $1 billion, including, you know, Tesla, SpaceX, and I don't know what's the other one. But some crazy, crazy stuff, right? I guess that's harder to do, right? But how is it possible that that guy can do that versus most people not getting the first thing you know handled? It's the planning. That's it. It's the planning. What brings your dreams into reality is planning. So you need to learn how to take your ideas into a physical, concrete manifestation. Now you might be like, "Oh, Frank, we're talking about you're a magician. You're on a magic channel, right? Grail of the Serpent." Well, guess what? Magic will enhance your results. Okay, but I don't know how many broke magicians are out there, but there are many, 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 many magicians out there that are broke, unsuccessful, unhappy, sick, unhealthy. You see? So what's the point? Well, it's a spiritual thing, Frank. Listen, the spirit and the body are interconnected. So if your body's not well, spiritually, you're also not going to be well. All right. So two sides of the same coin, you see. So how do you actually create a plan? How does it work? How do you bring an idea that you have? It could be a goal into physical manifestation. Well, you use what I explained earlier. Okay, but pipelines. You have to understand pipelines. You have to understand how a sculpture comes into being. You are the architect of your life, believe it or not. I know that you probably don't feel like it, but you are the architect of your life. You are. It's a universe based on quantum physics, which means what you think, what you conceive of mentally affects things around you. All right. And one of the ways to shape the universe around you is by changing your perception through planning. You see, how do you bring an idea into physical reality? Well, first thing is you look at an artist. Okay, in this case, a what's that called? A creator of sculptures or statues. You got a raw piece of rock. Before the finished statue is there, the artist has to have an idea of what it's going to look like when it's finished, right? There is no masterpiece that has ever been created by the person just closing their eyes and just hammering a piece of rock. Ridiculous. And it's like, of course, duh. But this is how people live their lives, man. You see? Like, this is literally how people live their lives. You see? Eyes closed, piece of rock, boom, 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 boom. I just hope it's going to work out. Boom, 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 boom. I hope I'm going to meet the love of my life. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, let's call this demon and let him build an empire for me. Boom, 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 boom. All right. And what's going to happen? Well, they take off the blindfolds and, well, yeah, of course it's going to look like a piece of shit. I'm not gonna, I'm really not trying to be mean here, but that's the fucking truth. So, what does it actually look like? How do you actually build a masterpiece? How do you actually build what it is that you want? You got the piece of rock, but you have an idea of what you want it to look like in the end, right? And let's say it's a statue of a person, statue of a certain person, an individual. You start by having an idea of where the head's going to be. Okay, this is the body. Okay, this is probably the feet and the legs. Okay, now you got the ratio and then everything kind of like fits together, right? And then you can hammer a little bit. You can hammer a little bit, keeping the ratio in mind. Boom, good. You don't go straight for every single detail. You don't start with the head and create the head in every single detail. Okay, because that will guarantee that the rest of the statue is not going to match the rest. Okay, you can also try this out by drawing something. Okay, why don't you draw each piece of the body individually, and you create the head in perfect detail, the face in perfect detail, and then you create the rest of the arms in perfect detail, and try to make it all fit. It's not going to work. So you're going to have to work by creating the general outline, and then you go one level deeper. Okay, so in this case, you now know the ratio where things are, basically head, torso, legs. Then you take a step back. You look if everything's still in place, and then you move one layer deeper where you create a little bit more detail all over the place. All right, then you take a step back, see the whole again. Does it all fit together? Great. And then you go deeper, one level deeper, which means one level more detail. Boom. And you take a step back, which means also when you plan out your life, you can't plan every single step right down to till you're 60. That doesn't work. You have a detailed plan, a detailed battle plan, maybe 3 to 4 months into the future of that, and that's stretching it 3 to 4 months because there are so many moving parts. Just like with the statue, things change, so you got to take a step back and readjust your planning, and then you go deeper. Go back, and you go deeper. And then guys, did you watch my lectures that I put on YouTube? Please watch those lectures. I know they're like more than an hour, but you're gonna get more than an hour, but you're gonna get more than years and years and years of your life back if you actually apply what's taught in there. Okay, and then see when you got the clear vision, when you got the clear idea of what it is that you want, you can also see the path, which is this here, which is the pipeline. You see, and then you can know where the dents are, and then you can specifically use ritual magic to release those dents. Okay, but if you don't even have a clear idea of what it is that you want, how are you expecting anything to happen? You see, so a little bit of planning goes a long way. Okay, and this is how people are able to create like just insane things, while most people are just struggling with the most basic shit. It is funny sometimes, when you look at some people being able to create like incredible things. Elon Musk is just one example, you see, but then you got people who don't get the first thing to work in their lives. Why is that? You see, that's the reason why. All right, so how effective are bay leaves and manifestation spells? Thank you. I would say they have almost no effect. No, makes no difference if you're using those or something else. Neuralink. Yeah, very true. I used to be like that before I found magic. Hi Frank, can you look into the situation I'm having right now financially with loss of work that just happened and how I can resolve this? What is my next step to take? Thank you. Yeah, well, like I said, first you need the outcome that you want, and then you create a battle plan. What is a battle plan? A battle plan means that you um, look at the resources that you have and how you can use them to get where you are, okay, to get where you want, right? So let's say in your case, the goal could be I have a new job in 1 month that pays for all my bills, whatever, okay, and then gives me some peace of mind. Well, that's the goal. Now, out of that outcome, you can reverse engineer. Okay, where are you right now? What are your qualifications? What are the abilities that you have? What are your options? And then you have well, and then you contact lots of people. You contact lots of people with with the request, or I need a job. Do you offer? Are you hiring? And based on that, you look when you got your resources, meaning what you can do, what you're capable of, what you're looking for. You have something to look for. I mean, you can create a list of companies to contact. You can write an email that you can send 100,000 times, whatever. It really doesn't matter. You see, and then for each one of those, you can use Reiki, for instance, and energize. I have well, you can energize the end result. You see what I mean? But the point is to make the end result happening, to make it happen, you have to take certain steps. You see. So that's how I would do it. I would think about where I want to be. Yeah, reverse engineer, and then start at where I'm at and how I can make it happen. You know. Do you see me getting my business funding? Same answer. for him. I have a plan, Frank, but it seems like something is blocking me to a point where nothing works out at the end. It almost feels like being cursed. Can I get a reading on it, please? That's not a curse, that's your subconscious blocks. Okay? It's your subconscious. You need to clear out your subconscious blocks for each step. Okay, so yeah, you got a plan. Um, and then you look, the brain will not do anything that it has not simulated before. Okay, you can only do what you have seen yourself doing before. Okay, so you got to simulate before you get the result. So you can use simulation. I mean, visualization. You can use affirmations, whatever gets you through those internal blocks to make something happen. Most people that talk about spiritually being attacked and being cursed are actually, they're just blocking themselves. Subconscious blocks that are preventing them from doing what they need to do. Can I know what's the connection between me and Dominic Finian? I feel pulled towards him. Yeah. So the future of magic is mentalism. No, the future. Do you know the definition of mentalism? Because I didn't mention anything about mentalism. No, apotheism is the future of magic. Apotheism. Yeah. Do you think about asking? Do you think asking spirits to help with removing subconscious blocks is the way to go, or is it better to do it yourself? I don't see how spirits would do that, to be honest. No, I don't. You have to do it yourself. Absolutely. I'm not even finding an analogy to illustrate that right now, but it's why would spirits do that? I wouldn't. I wouldn't ask a spirit to do so. Um, yeah. Its definition is a performance art. Yeah. So no, it's not. It's not mentalism. The future of magic is apotheism. Performance art. It's funny. Oh, okay. Oh, George Copa just subscribed. You're gonna get your account in just a second. Um, hold on. Yeah, you should do the same thing, guys. You should all sign up for that magic, money magic program. I bet you. Look, I mean, you don't know what you're losing out on. That's for sure. But let me read it to you. You see. Oh, let me pull up that video. Hello, welcome to this page for the 6-month Money Magic Mastery Program. Let's talk about money a little bit. And money in the context of magic. See, I have many great teachers in my life, and I'm really eternally grateful for those teachers. And around 15 years ago, I was taught the following. He told me, Frank, once you fully understand a certain subject, a couple things happen. The first thing is it will no longer be able to affect you in any negative way. And number two, you will have control over the subject. Control over a subject, a thing, means that you can get it started, you can keep it running, and you can stop it. You can change it in whatever way you want, right? For many years, while I was studying magic and learning that, getting really good at it, I also learned about money and business, you see, simultaneously. Those were, among other subjects, what I wanted to learn. But it was less about the money. It was more about attaining freedom. For me, the ability to do whatever I wanted was the most important thing. And it still is, you see. Because at the end of the day, it is about following your purpose and bringing something into the world that you believe is necessary. Okay, so changing the world in whatever image you have. And money is just a tool and energy that you can use to make that happen. Okay. The bottom line is this. Money is a subject that is almost always misunderstood and taught in the wrong way. Okay. See, money is a form of energy, and like other forms of energy, it follows the laws of energy. However, when it comes to specifically money, there are not just physical laws, such as the laws that electricity follows. There are also metaphysical laws, right? And once you understand those and apply them to mundane activities, you will change your financial destiny completely. You will understand the subject, which, like I said, brings you control. And that control then applies to mundane activities. And that, combined with actual witchcraft and rituals, will give you a level of control over your finances that you, probably would have never dreamed of. You know, I've seen it in my own life, and I've taught this to many people, and I've seen that they could improve their situation as well. You see, so what is this program about? "180 lessons of high-level information about money, but more than that, or not more than that, but in combination with information about the metaphysical laws of money and the mind, and how those combined give you control over the subject, you see. So those 180 lessons are broken down into 11 sections. Okay, and those 11 sections, let me read you those sections there. Here. So the first section is entrepreneurial life skills, which are 38 lessons all by itself. Then the second section is applying the Pareto principle to your life, which are 21 lessons. The third section is financial skills part 1, which are 16 lessons. Then financial skills part 2, which are 15 lessons. And then the fifth section is generating income through language talents. Those are 20 lessons. Section number 6, generating income through technical skills, which are 10 lessons. Section number 7, generating cash flow through partnerships, which are 5 lessons. Number 8, section 8, correctly investing your first $10,000. Maybe you earn through what you learned in this program. Right? Section number 9, generating income through information products. which are 10 lessons. Then section 10, generating income through Amazon, eBay, dropshipping, which are 30 lessons. Then section 11, multiplying your income results through magic. And those are 12 lessons. All right. So altogether, those will be 180 lessons, which is, if you break it down, it's a 6-month period. 6-month period. See, entrepreneurial life skills, and I shouldn't go into too much detail about what's in there. However, the bottom line is this. The difference between the person that gets bad results with money and the person that gets good results with money is the way they think, the way they structure their day, their life, and more than anything, their energy and mind. You see, and this is the main key that you have to understand. Money is something that has laws and rules to it. You need to understand those, and you need to know how to apply the mastery over those rules to your life. And when you do that, I promise you, your situation with all of that has to change. You see, so all of these things then apply to the different subjects that I taught you here or told you about, and you will get a lot of information that can be applied right away. Actually, there will be no information here that cannot be applied because I am a fan of applicable knowledge. If I have knowledge that I can't make use of, I'm literally not interested in it. I'm like, block it out because that's a waste of time, right? Why would you learn anything that you can't use? So everything in this program is usable, 100% applicable. And all of this information then combined with money magic will make your money explode and will finally give you the control. See, to me, I'm actually not motivated by money. Money to me is literally just a tool, a means to an end. But it is a form of energy that you have to master in your life in order to do what it is that you want. It's a prerequisite for you to have an abundance when it comes to that, or at least no scarcity, so that you can do what it is that you want. And if you're studying with me, my stuff, you're probably interested in more than just material stuff, right? However, you will not be able to bring your purpose into the world unless you understand and have control over the subject of money. And this program, this 6-month training course is going to give you this control, okay? So the lessons in this program will be unlocked consecutively. Consecutively just means one after another, okay? So the day you sign up, you get the first lesson. The second day, automatically, the second lesson is going to be unlocked, okay? And that's going to continue. You can, of course, study it at your own pace, all right? But every new day, a new lesson is going to be unlocked for you. And that's going to happen over a 6-month period, all right? A 6-month period. Now, what is the price for a program like that? Well, see, the value that you're going to get here is you're going to get the value that will allow you to build a fortune for yourself, okay? To build a literal control over money. There is, over your lifetime, it might be millions, depending on how much you choose to make with it, because it just depends on how much you apply what you learn in this program, you see. So the potential value are many, many millions, or however you want to make with it, literally. One of the things that you have to know about the universe is that the biggest and the smallest are all based on the same knowledge, all right? So if you structure, for instance, your own business, your one-man show or something like that with the principles that you learn here, all you gotta, if you want to expand, all you gotta do is you gotta take that principle and expand it to a larger organization, and it will work. Those are universal laws, you see. So it's really up to you how much you want to make with it. But let's assume you want to make, I don't know, hundreds of thousands, millions with it. That's possible. All right. And The price will be $97 per month. $97 per month. Okay. I was really thinking about it, struggling with myself, because the value of this thing is out of this world. Truly, if you would have told me you can get this, I would have done anything and everything. And it probably cost me, first of all, acquiring this knowledge. Like I said, it took me like 15 years to acquire all of this information and knowledge. Then I had to pay mentors, I had to pay seminars, I had to fly to places, literally. Okay, so there the value in here is out of this world. So I was asking myself, how much do you really want to charge for this? You know what I mean? The key is, though, like I said, it's about my purpose. My purpose is way beyond money. I want to have an effect on the world. I want to change the world to an extent. And that can only happen by changing people's minds. You see, I cannot do this alone. I need a lot of people that are capable of bringing their creativity and their vision for a new world into the world, you see. And like I said, money is just a means to an end. Money is nothing more but a form of energy that allows you to fulfill your purpose, you see. And that's why I want you to have this information at a very, very affordable price. Because then, once you attain the mastery, you will be able to help me change this world in whatever way you see fit. So $97 a month, which is very affordable, okay? I believe for most people, yeah. Especially if you consider the value. So click the link, the button below the text on this page. You'll be taken to a form that you can fill out, and then you can begin your journey. And your journey will take you into mastery over the subject of money. All right. Have fun. Bye. All right. Eric says, I just signed up. Let's fucking go. There you go. Awesome. Yeah. You will have an account within the next couple minutes. You just signed up. You're going to get notified through your email, but you already should have an account now. Tara says, when does the course begin, please? Well, it already began. You can sign up today. Hold on, let me repost the link. Yeah, it was just posted. Do you see that? Money Magic Mastery. Girl of the Serpent.com Money Magic Mastery. Okay, that's just click on that link, sign up on the site, and you will get an account within the next couple of minutes. Can you do a reading to see how the course will benefit my life? Oh, come on. I just signed up. Thank you. Okay. Barnabas Penguin. You just said you signed up. 1 second. Yeah. Okay. Guys, within the next couple minutes, you're going to, I think you're Brandon, right? Brandon Payne. Give it 5 minutes or so, and you're going to have your account, and you will be able to see the first lesson. Okay. Watch it. It's monthly. Yes, it's a monthly payment of $97, which is a ripoff. But yeah, you can rip me off. So just kidding. It is really, what I'm saying is that the value that you're going to get there is way more. And what I claim in that video is the actual truth. 15 years of search and trial and error, learning, and then this is it. Hey Frank, in one of your lectures, you mentioned that you don't have to live like a bodybuilder to stay fit and healthy. Could you please go a bit in depth with how to achieve this strength? Yeah, use 80/20. Bodybuilders are professionals, and their entire life is about that. But if you're not a professional, I believe that you can get 80% of the results or a large amount of those results with 20% of the work. That's Pareto principle. Compound exercises will give you the most bang for the buck. Also, the same applies to diet as well. Now, of course, if you want to look like a professional bodybuilder, you're going to have to go 100%. You're going to have to go the whole distance. But being a professional bodybuilder does not mean that you're healthy and fit. You can be healthy and fit with much less effort. That's what I was meaning. In order to master, you got to be a good student. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that with us. No problem. Amazing value. Thank you, Anthony. What are my next steps into moving to a career that is closer to my purpose and the beginning steps for me? What will be suitable at a time right now into my life? Once again, I got to refer you back to that video that I did, okay? I'm not inside of you. I'm not feeling how you feel about life, what the things are that are happening around you. So, Astral Priestess, you're Nicole, right? I signed up. Yeah, thank you. I have a big purpose. Thanks, Frank, for sharing what no one shares. I appreciate you so much. So thank you, appreciate it. Is 97 significant? No, there's no numerology connected to that. Hey, I subbed and liked. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Look, and everyone who signed up for the program, I promise you, when you go through it, you're going to have a handle on this topic. Like nobody that you know, honestly, except for me, maybe. Like most people that you're gonna know that are like known for that, they have maybe a fraction of or a couple parts of it, but never the complete picture. Because what they look, the thing is this: most, let's say successful people, rich people, whatever, if you would ask them, they would actually tell you what they do. But it's kind of like this money printing machine. You see, this money printing machine. Everybody wants to have a money printing machine. But have you ever seen a money printing machine? These things are massive. Okay, they're massive. They take a whole lot of taking care of. They need like fuel. They need all kinds of things, And even if most people had a money printing machine, they couldn't run it. You see what I mean? And this is what you find with all these business systems out there. Okay, business systems, they can work, but it's about the person. You see what I mean? And what people need is they need the infrastructure. What you need is the infrastructure, which is the foundation. The foundation, the way how to think, the way how to structure yourself, the way how to think of money, all of these things. And when you take that and apply yourself correctly, you can make a money printing machine work then. But if you don't have these things, you're not going to find them, you see? So what you need is you need to have the foundations combined with the skills. Most people just tell you about details, like systems, blah, blah, blah. You need to combine both in order to make it work, you see what I mean? And then also from a magic angle, of course, you can then like tenfold, 100-fold the results that you get from it. But all of these things need to be in place, you see? So this is a complete course, a complete course that gives you everything, you see? And look, let's say if you buy a random business book, it's not that they're lying to you. They're actually trying to help. They are actually trying to give you some information. But like I said, without these basics, you're not going to be able to apply anything. It's like the fish doesn't see the water around. Okay, the fish does not see the water around him. And for those people that get things done like that, they're fish. You see. So what you're going to get here is everything. You're going to get everything to make it work. Frequency says he's signing up. New here. That's a good decision. That's a good decision. Yeah. And for all of you, like I said, who signed up, it will work for sure. Okay, but if you want, you can give me testimonials. If not, it's fine too. But that stuff does work. Okay, for sure. All right. So I'm going to wrap it up here, and Saturday service, I think, is the next time we're going to see each other. Okay. So until then, I wish you the best. Talk to you soon. Bye.